But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Hello everybody, hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'd just like to start off today by saying thank you so much to over 900 of you who've subscribed to this channel. It means a lot to me and I'm excited to see that we're almost at the 1K mark. So I announced recently on my Instagram that when we do get to 1K, I will be doing a giveaway, surprise giveaway. So please do stay tuned on that on my socials, and do keep sharing ideas of what I can really give away, because I'm a bit torn, I'm a bit confused on that. So without wasting further time, let's get into today's topic. I want to discuss the top 3 companies that are currently hiring South Africans to teach English online. And the context behind that is that last year, I think in 2021, early in 2021, the Chinese government decided that a lot of the companies that hired foreign nationals to teach English online had to close down, or they had to convert their status to being a non-profit company. This means that a lot of the companies that would previously hire South Africans and other English-speaking nationals to teach Chinese students now lost opportunities, because companies like Magic Ears, companies like a lot of the Chinese companies had to close down or significantly decrease their capacity. As a result, a lot of people who are interested in teaching English online have been scrambling for opportunities. And I got an opportunity last year to teach English online, and I changed companies. I worked for another company this year, and I found another company that is hiring South Africans, which is why I'm creating this video. So let's get right into it. The first company that I'd recommend you to apply to if you want to teach English online is EF English First. So EF English First is so cool in a sense that you can complete the entire application process online. And I never had to do a demo lesson. So I never had to do a demo lesson, but I did have to do a live interview. So in the live interview, the questions are not really about yourself or your teaching that much. They really just want to see your teaching background. They want to see your internet connection. They want you to do some demonstration things on how fast your internet is. And as they speak to you, obviously, as you respond to questions about what you do, what times you'd be available to teach, what are you looking forward to in terms of teaching online, those questions tell them how you are in terms of communication. So the interview process for me with EF English First, I did it in this year. So that is around January, February of 2022. And I started teaching for them properly, I can say, towards the end of February 2022. And now it's April. So I've been paid twice by them. And the payment process is also quite smooth. And you have to just fill in a register of the number of classes you taught per month. So there's a number of advantages that come with teaching with EF English First. The first one is they have an in-center teaching opportunity. So if you do not have a fast enough computer, if you do not have experience teaching English online, if you do not have an area that has stable internet or an area that has reliable electricity availability, like if you live in Soweto, for example, and there's always load shedding or a transformer box bursting and you're left without electricity for months and months, you can just opt for the full-time teacher position with EF English First, where you teach at their center. So they avail these resources for you, and all you have to do is really just show up to the center and you teach there. So that's one of the perks, or that's one of the opportunities that exist. But obviously with teaching in the center, it would mean that you have to travel, you have to put money aside for transport, you have to prepare things like lunch, and just generate a schedule that you would be consistent in, because obviously once you sign the contract, you have to show up at the place consistently. So that's one of the opportunities. Another great thing with EF English First is that if you are a freelancer teacher like me, so you're teaching part-time, you are in charge of your schedule. You are in charge of creating for yourself a conducive workflow or work I don't know, like scheduling process where you avail yourself on certain times. So for me, because I have a full-time teaching job with another school, I avail myself mostly in the early hours of the morning. So you'd find that if I'm feeling like well rested enough, I'll avail myself 5 a.m. in the morning, maybe up until 6 or 7, teach a class or two, and that's it for the day. Or if I didn't have like much time to teach during the week, I avail myself over the weekends, maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday, to teach the EF lessons online for just a couple of hours as well. So I love that if you are a freelancer with them, there's just a lot of flexibility. You are able to open your schedule whenever you are available, and you're also able to cancel classes with a lot of ease. So if like an hour or two before you realize that you have an emergency, you can just put a message on the Teams, Microsoft Teams for EF teachers, and say, hey guys, I have to cancel my class. Is anyone willing to take it as a substitute teacher for this? So you're able to cancel classes quickly, you're able to schedule classes quickly, you're also able to, regulate yourself and decide how much money you want to make in a specific month, and create a schedule that will accommodate that. However, they do have a minimum hour requirement of about 10 hours a week. So this would mean at least 2 hours a day or an hour a day and more hours on the weekend, so that you meet the 40-hour per month, not deadline, but quota. Yes, the 40-hour per month quota with EF. So if you want to teach with EF English First, whether you have another job, you can teach with them. Do you have a computer? Do you have fast internet? Do you have time on your hands that you could spare to teach online? You can apply with them. If you don't have a job and you are unemployed and you want an opportunity to teach English online, you want to teach full-time, you can apply with them. So I really like that they accommodate a lot of things, like when it comes to wanting to teach. Even if you don't have teaching experience, they also do accommodate you. They have a comprehensive online training that you have to take prior to you starting classes with them. So that does prepare you enough. One of the disadvantages, though, I think with EF is that there's not a lot of like people who are aware of the platform. I actually found out about them through LinkedIn, because I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn on a daily basis. So that's how I found out about them, and I just randomly applied and I scored an interview. So if you want to know more about them, you can just follow them on LinkedIn. You can follow them on Instagram as well, and I think they do have a Facebook page, but they are mostly active on LinkedIn, and that's where they advertise their jobs. And I will link their website below, and you can apply. EF also has the opportunity for you to teach in China, but obviously because of the kind of situation we have in the world right now, they don't have a lot of openings if you want to go and live and teach in China. But I know that will be reinstated once the world is in a better place. So that's with EF. The second one is MPC Connect. And those of you who follow me on Instagram as well will know that I was very active when it comes to MPC Connect last year, because that was my first ever online teaching experience and company. So with them, the only disadvantage, and I think the biggest disadvantage, is that they do not have freelancer roles where you can work from home. If you work with MPC Connect, you gotta be at the center on a daily basis. They do have different shifts. So they have an 8-hour shift, they have a 3-hour shift, they have a weekend shift, they have a full-time shift as well, day shift and night shift. So when I started with them last year, I was working full-time at UJ. So I would do during the day, I'd be doing stuff at UJ, and at night, from midnight up until 8 a.m. the next morning, I would be at MPC. So you can imagine that I was always so exhausted and drained, because I was juggling 2 full-time jobs, and I stayed with them for 3 months at most. I had to leave because I was so tired. I was so out of my mind. But I think if you are unemployed and you have time on your hands and you can commit to a full-time, an 8-hour Monday to Friday shift with them, with MPC Connect, that is, I think it's a great place to be. You are able to, determine whether you just want to work on the weekends or a day shift or a night shift. It's really cool in that sense. And also what's nice about being at the center is that there is a team leader. So in every shift, there's an allocated team leader. So if you experience challenges with tech, if something goes wrong, the team leader is there. You can just raise your hand and call them and they'll help you. So if you don't have experience teaching English online and you start with MPC Connect, you are going to be great. I do so well in my classes right now in the company company that I teach for because MPC like trained me and they made sure that I understand what it means to interact with people who genuinely want to learn. The last company is called Pangaea, and I don't know much about them because I haven't worked for them, but I have an acquaintance who I've been, chatting with a lot, interacting with a lot, exchanging a lot of information with, because we are both like trying to do a lot of side hustles, make a lot of money, and just share information. So she recently told me about Pangaea. I've also put their website on the description box so you can check them out. They also have an Instagram page and they are very quick to respond. And they also allow you to teach from home. It's a remote teaching job, so they don't want you to be at their center, and mostly you will be teaching Asian students. I will now go into the requirements of teaching English online. The first one being a TEFL certificate. So you need a TEFL certificate to teach English online. I have a video as well on what that is, so you can just, I'll link it below. You can just check that out, and other YouTube videos about what a TEFL is. But you will need a TEFL certificate. 99.9% companies hiring English teachers now also want you to have a degree. So if you do not have a degree, or you're not in the process of obtaining a degree, it might be more difficult for you to get a job teaching English online. I'm not saying it's impossible. You will have companies like Cambly and Preply that hire teachers just on the basis that they can speak English, but you will have to do a little bit more to get jobs or to get students booking you as a teacher. So platforms like italki, Preply, Cambly are really just there for people who do not have a degree, but obviously you'll need to research on what will set you apart and differentiate you from other tutors on those platforms so that students can book you, because obviously the competition is tougher on those platforms because a lot of people are applying there. So if you have a degree, you have like a super competitive advantage at MPC, EF, and Pangaea. Another requirement, some of the companies want you to have a neutral English accent. I did try explaining what that is. It just means that your dialect and your way of pronouncing words and speaking and expressing yourself doesn't give away your nationality. So I think that's really a bit sad. I don't like that requirement from ESL companies, but I do understand, because if someone is a beginner and they don't know English and they come from maybe an Asian background, a South American background, they want someone who'll be able to enunciate and pronounce and express words in a way that is like very clear cut. So I do get it, but at the same time, I feel like it disadvantages a lot of us. What's another requirement? Oh, so you need a bachelor's degree in any field. You don't have to be like a qualified teacher like me. You can have a degree in any field. That's another thing to clarify. You need a TEFL certificate. You need good lighting, good surroundings if you're teaching from home. You need a fast internet speed. I'm currently using the Rain 5G router. People who are not in Joburg or Cape Town complain about the speed of the Rain 5G router, but for me it's been great. Actually, it's even better than the Rare's Wi-Fi. So I didn't cancel my subscription for the Rain Wi-Fi when I got to Rare's, because I realized that it's so much better. So you need fast internet, you need a reliable electricity supply, you need like good connectivity, a fast computer like with a good processing speed, you need obviously to know how to speak English, you need good lighting and all those good things. So yeah, I think I don't want to make this video unnecessarily long, so I'm just gonna stop here. If you have more questions, put them in the comments below and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.